Desire for children. You may have asked yourself if you wanted one, if you do want to be parents, why do you want to be? What is the reason you are deciding to be a parent? Is it because it's normal and most people do that are in love and in couples and your parents expected, the family is hoping for grandchildren, maybe a boy that will take over the family name and longevity? Or is it personal? And have you been longing to have a child for a long time? I know for me that was the case. Ever since I was a young girl, I wanted to be a mom. The main reason I wanted to be a mom was because I wanted to give to my child what I didn't get when I was a little girl, what I so longed to have, and I wanted to offer that to a child. What is your reason? Many people can talk about the desire for children on a light level. Oh, do you want kids? Yeah, I want kids. Oh, I want one. Oh, I want at least 3. We were 3 in the family. I'd like to have 3. And often this conversation stops there. What are you willing to do if you do not have a child naturally? Let's imagine that you try and you don't get pregnant. And 6 months go by, a year go by, maybe 2. What are you willing to do at this point? Are you going to keep trying to have babies naturally? Are you going to have tests done to see if one of you has a difficulty with the process of becoming pregnant? If one of you does, what are you going to do? What are you willing to do? If it's the woman's side, are you willing to do in vitro? Are you willing to have a surrogate mom? Maybe choose another woman to carry your husband's DNA? Are you willing to go all the way to adoption? And if so, what kind of child are you willing to adopt? Is it a baby from Africa? Does it have to be someone who is same color skin as you? These are good questions to ask. I have known of a couple who were together for about 10 years and they were trying to have babies and they tried many things. And in the beginning, they had talked about it actually, and they had said, yes, I'm willing to do anything to have a baby. No matter what, we're going to have a baby. We're going to do whatever it takes. And when all the things were tried out and hadn't worked, the woman proposed to adopt. And then the man said, no, anything but adoption. I want it to be my real child and I don't want to adopt. But it took her 10 years to find that out. And so maybe she would have not chosen to be with a man who didn't want to adopt and spend all those years with him. Maybe she would have anyway. But to know that in the beginning, I feel is quite important. What else about the desire for children? Let's just say for the couple who says, we don't want children, and something happens, but they get pregnant. What do? Have we talked about that? Have we made sure that we cannot get pregnant if we really don't want children? And are we ready to have an abortion if we do get pregnant? Just that question, if you're a couple who don't want children, or if you're a woman who doesn't want children, are you making sure that you never get pregnant? That is important if you really don't want to be a mom. There's many questions around that. How old are you? Is your clock ticking? Does it mean that if you don't have a child right now, maybe you won't be able to have a healthy child, so you have to hurry and find the right partner and get married right away so you can have a baby? Or are you younger and you're thinking, I have lots of time to have a child. I can first build my career. Let's take the situation where you are a younger woman. You still have lots of time to have a child and you get married and your partner and you both decide to have children a bit later. You're first going to build your careers. Let's say that now you're 35 years old and it's time to have a baby. Have you discussed with your partner whether you have the baby and you go back to work to finish your career and you put the baby in a child care center? Or is your family going to care for it? Or does your husband expect you to stay home with the baby? I know of another couple who was very in love. They were engaged. They were just about to get married. Everything was in place. They loved each other so much and everything was great. And then this conversation happened to come. And the man asked the woman how long she was planning to stay home with the baby after she gave birth. And she said, maybe 3 months max, because I don't want to lose my position at work. Between 6 weeks and 3 months would be ideal. And he was shocked. He was like, what do you mean you're not going to stay home with the baby for the first couple of years? And she was like, no way, I can't do that. I'll lose my clients, I'll lose everything that I built. And it was a non-negotiable for him. They actually canceled the wedding and they split. They didn't get married. And they had been together for a few years. And they really, really did love each other. and it was what I call a non-negotiable. This channel is here to help you explore all the things around parenting. And do you have non-negotiables? Maybe you don't even know. Maybe it's when you will hear about them that you'll go, oh yeah, that is so important to me that if my partner is not aligned with that, that's not going to work. So this is a place where we're going to explore this together. And maybe also your partner has non-negotiables. Have you ever asked him? If you haven't, I will share with you in one of the videos how you can best find out what your partner really thinks about their certain things. Because as women, we have a way of asking questions and then almost answering them for the man, because he's thinking about what we said and we are already impatient, and so we give him choice A or B, and then he thinks about your choice A and B, and he stopped thinking about what he really feels, and then we maybe get even more impatient, and then you know how that goes. So on this channel we will explore that as well. This is something that I have a lot of joy to share with women. I was blessed to study for many years with Alison Armstrong, which you may already know, but if you don't, I will be so happy to share some of her wisdom with you. There's a couple more things around parenting. Are you familiar with your cycle? Do you know when you are ovulating and when you are proposed to have a children, so that maybe during that time you can more consciously prepare for that meeting, for that heart and body connection with your partner, so that you can invite this new being into your life consciously? Have you thought about that? Is that something that you may like to explore? And do you already have names chosen, or names that you would hope that your partner would want to agree? If it was a girl, if it was a boy? Is it a non-negotiable for you that at least one of the first name has to be a certain way? And have you shared it with your partner? Or that doesn't really matter to you? Do you think names are important? Do you think the signification of a first name is important? So many questions you can ask just about that desire for a baby, a new being who's going to come and bless your life. I will be so happy to explore with you how you can create the most beautiful, loving, healthy, compassionate, conscious home for you and your future baby. And from that day on, your life will never, ever be the same. You will never be just the two of you again, just the two of you. This love relationship that you have, the day a child comes, it changes forever. You will be 3, you will be 4, but you will never be just the two of you. Thinking about that, you may also want to wait a bit to bring in a child into your home and enjoy that time that it is just you and your partner, and give yourself the time to consciously plan to really welcome that new baby in your lives. That is what I hope for you and all the new souls coming into this world. I feel that there are some souls out there that are waiting. They don't just want to come in with any family. They are waiting for really conscious parents to welcome them. And maybe that will be you.